Hello folks, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers narrative experience. It is now a good 3 hours after I did the first two videos, which is really frustrating. I've been waiting for a parcel all day, and they just get pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back to the extent that I've now just had to say I can't put off recording anymore any longer. You know what it's like. You know, by the time this comes out, 3 or 4 days will have passed. But on launch day, social media and YouTube especially is just spoiler after spoiler after spoiler. And as a story-focused series, you know, so I pratted about for a bit, just working on a new glamour while waiting for this package to arrive, because it was only supposed to be about 20 minutes after the end of the previous video. No, it is now 12 minutes past 6. Brilliant. So let's continue onwards with the Crystal Exile. I quite like this new glamour, actually. I bought myself some glasses because, you know. Asleep disturbed. With forward brow, the Crystal Exile deliberates your next move. What actually are we going to do next? Questions. You did well to dispel the falsehoods surrounding the Warriors of Light and their actions prior to the Flood, though I must say, the reappearance of Ardbert, or rather one who appropriated his identity, was a rather curious development. He is an imposter, of that there is no doubt. But to the masses he will appear as a hero returned from the grave. After the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore, the people prayed fervently for the gods to deliver them from their plight. Prayed that these fallen heroes be born again for their sacrifices. What bitter irony. I, for one, would like to know why Ardbert urged the people to become Warriors of Light themselves. Here we take action. We must needs ascertain his intent. Let us pray that Master Alphinaud returns soon with that most essential knowledge. For now, I think it best to apprise Thancred and Viin of our efforts. When we do confront Ardbert, we shall no doubt have need of their strength. Agreed. I think it prudent we all take measures to prepare for what's to come. Becklug and I will continue our research into how we might improve the spirit vessel that it might one day carry you home. Does anyone do that when thinking? I think it's time I return to the Greatwood. Until now, everything we've learned of the Ascians has been handed to us at their leisure. But that was one of Emersel's unique failings. I have no reason to think Elidibus will be as forthcoming, so she's going to go and do some research in the ruins. Fortunately, I recently discovered word from Fano that heretofore unexplored chambers have been discovered deep within the Qitana Ravel. So it was the Qitana Ravel in the trailer video. Albert believes the relics within tell of a great calamity that befell an ancient civilization, that of the Ascians, perhaps? They may lead us to the truths we seek. If it's based on that mural that we saw, I don't think it was the Ascians. I think it was more likely to be the Ronkans or something, just because it looked like a Vieira, but I don't know. Would you care for company? I've got my reading specs on. Nod. I wouldn't dream of going out. Can't speak today. I wouldn't dream of going without you. When you're ready, make for Fano. Alma and her sisters will be expecting us. I'm glad that they're giving the Vieira in Fano more to do, because apart from that small chunk leading up to the Qitana Ravel, it kind of feels like they've been left by the wayside. In fact, the Rak'Tika Greatwood as a whole is kind of funneling us to that one thing, and then isn't really mentioned again. Then let us be about our tasks. Pray give my regards to the Viis. That was it. That's what they're called on the first. The Viis. Bye, Pookie Pookie. Though I would like to join you in untangling the Ascian's machinations, I think it best I stay here and devote my energies to finding a way to deliver the science back into the source. Yes, agreed. I will help the Exarch in any way I can, but the key to solving our problems lies with him and the Allagan Eye. The Allagan Eye. Spano. Yeah, it's one of the zones that I just don't go to. I go to Ilmeg a lot, mostly because I'm doing the Fates thing there currently. Where's the log? You can tell from the amount of Fates that I've done. Yeah, I've literally done rank 2 out of 60. Amarang, I've not done a huge amount, and the Tempest, bits and pieces. Which is a shame, because I really like this zone. What is that mount? I think that's a tank mount, isn't it? Or a PvP mount. Stola. Let's pray these new runes are not as unwelcoming as the last. Yes, didn't she die in the last one? Well, no, she almost died and then pulled herself into the live stream. Simmit. It does feel as if an age has passed. I was just saying that. You look as if you haven't seen us in an age. Yes. Kind of true. Welcome, allies of Ronka. We have accomplished much since last you came. With the Light Warden dead and its minions dispersed, we have at last reclaimed our hunting grounds now near Rak'Tika Falls. It was there we discovered more ruins. And though we ran afoul of no traps while exploring its halls, we determined that the innermost chambers were warded by magic. We all were in agreement. Before any investigation could proceed, you should be summoned. That's kind of you. We are grateful that you did. From what you told me, I strongly suspect that the wisdom my comrades and I seek can be found within. Handy. This wisdom could prove invaluable, for we may soon face a foe whose greatest asset is our ignorance. I see. Then it is good that you have come, for Ronka was once home to the greatest of weapons, knowledge and understanding. And it is our duty to ensure you and yours do not want for either. That said, we must proceed with caution. To have reached the inner chambers unmolested suggests a more formidable and deterrent yet lies within. Come now. Surely any threat sleeping within the ruins pale in comparison to those we have faced thus far. Famous last words. This is not a game, sister. You should not be so eager to run headlong into danger. Oh? And who was it pining for the return of our allies that we might venture into the ruins? Clutching a staff at night? We should... Wait, what? You promised not to tell! Then I suggest we be going. Get back here! Remind me, exactly how old are you and your sisters? Ah, just like perhaps it's for the better, I do not know. Pray forgive their overzealous nature. None save we three have been privileged to escort you and yours into the ruins and bear witness to its secrets. The hearts now burn with a curiosity that is not easily satiated, even. Satiated. Please, you needn't apologise. As a seeker of knowledge myself, I understand full well their enthusiasm. It still annoys me that the movement of shadows, thanks to the day-night cycle, is a little bit jerky. And if not for your sedulous, I don't know what that means. Hold on. It's not often that they use the words sedulous, adjective of a personal action showing dedication and diligence. It's not often I have to look at words in this game. We would not be afforded this opportunity. Speaking of which, I believe I've kept you away from the ruins long enough. Come, let us make for the Qitana Ravel. I do like this outfit. Right, to the Ravel. What's that? I don't know what that's unlocking. Why? Right, where we go? Down here. It's solo instance time. Even Emmett Selk was taken aback to find a mural illustrating the final days in these ruins. What other surprises do you suppose yet lie within? I feel oddly ill-equipped adventure but with you here, I'm sure things will work out. Nod. Ready when you are. Here. It is most strange for these halls to be left unguarded. Have care when breaking the seal on the chamber door. Danger surely awaits us on the other side. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. So, you can be damn certain that my parcel will arrive at some points. In theory, Amazon should be telling me when it's X number of stops away. But, asleep and disturbed. So, we're going to have an instance dungeon and then some cutscenes at the end, I'm assuming. Not an instance dungeon, a solo dungeon. This is where we fight the final boss. I wish I'd put my...
Our new discoveries are to be found this way.
I wish I could do that voice. Is it Icelandic? The slight accent that they were going for. I've forgotten. I looked it up at one point because I looked at Fran's voice actor. I'm sure it's a Scandinavian. You're pretty.
The people of Ronka are known to have venerated animals, but these features do not match those of any indigenous species.
Thank God.
This is no common beast.
No, it's hideous.
Though that much is plain from its proportions.
Beware the Jabberwock.
Lifelike, is it not? One could
No, don't say that.
imagine it breathe.
Don't say that.
Why you...
They are basically children. Hold on. One of those owl statues.
This owl, by contrast, seems no different from the others we've seen.
Yeah, we've had several of those knocking around.
The sealed door lies ahead.
Oh, that music. Where's that been used before?
As you see, one statue is missing. I expect we are meant to replace it as before.
I think that's music from 1.0. Yeah, that's... I think that's 1.0 music. It's been used in 2.0 as well, I believe. Spooky music. If you know what the music's called, drop a comment down below. It's not been used often. It's certainly not been used
Too
recently.
simple. There will be some additional defense mechanism.
Or maybe it has been used recently and I've just not remembered. Stola.
Just a moment. There are words carved into the stone. He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber
Uh-oh.
shall instead waken the beast.
We're going to have to fight this thing, aren't we?
Know his folly. Wait! Don't!
No!
What? But I only...
Why did you pick up the phone?
happening?
Wow. Oh, that's...
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, it lives!
Why am I not surprised? Prepare yourself.
I love Stola's world weariness. Oh, is that a mask? Whoa. What? 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 Say what again? I dare you. I tripled it. There. Is it teleporting us to a battle arena? Hello? Oh, hi. Oh, God. What? Oh, no. This is going to be puzzly, isn't it? Please don't make me play Triple Triad. So this is a mini-game instance. Clear the trial of Ronka. You trespass, mortal, upon sacred ground. In retribution, 4 souls have I bound. Yet to heroes proven learned and wise, a comrade's soul shall be their prize. If you would see there set free, answer me these riddles 3. Ah, crap. Deaf to poor, with kin do I vie, though sought apart, betterment to the whole do our efforts discover. Right, hold on. Say it again. Deft of poor, with kin do I vie. It's either Oppo Oppo or Curl. No! Alas, 'twas the Oppo Oppo. Keen and shrewd its spirits exalts ingenuity, a virtue by which the Vonkers did blah blah blah. Well, crud. Let's see, I don't remember the answers to these questions. With First and Fang I travel with pack. Together we find harmony, and thus for peace our land does not lack. What am I? Well, that's a wolf. Indeed. 'Twas the spirit of the wolf their doctrines praised, that they would know peace and harmony at the end of their days. On my belly do I crawl, by my strength does prosperity reign within our hall. Snake! Snake! Indeed, the dread serpent turned protector, lured to slumber, ere it turned the world, tear the world asunder. Right, what do we have to do for Stola? Desire you that which I yet claim, then we shall play another game. A test of mind and memory. Oh, balls. Choose wisely, and you all may yet go free. Twixt these talismans, hide friend and foe. Choose your companions well, or sorrow, no. This is a match card game, isn't it? Red. Stola. Right. Twing! Oh! It's something to tell the beast!
No mercy!
No mercy. Okay. Another red. It was this one, wasn't it? It was. Stola! Thank you. Your comrades are assembled together at last. Yet still there remains one trial you must pass. If you would glean the knowledge enshrined in this earth, I would first take the measure of your worth. Cha-ching. Fighty time. One worthy of she who the wrong has extolled must be strong, blah 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 blah. Give me that tank. Hold nothing back. Failure of this test does not appear to be an option. Oh, shoot! I've forgotten how to play. Summon? Uh-oh.
Here I come.
Nah, I've been moved and stunned and trapped. Help me. That was kind of interesting. Impressive, Snake. Whoa. Do. That is not a tank buster. Oh, balls. Yeah, I'm taking that. There's not quite enough room there. Yeah, that's only 12k. Well, 12.5k. That was too early, I think. You think you have won, but we have only just begun. Animate.
Away with you.
Uh-oh. Oh, hi, friends!
This is going to leave a mark.
It's all gone a bit hectic. Who just used Buster Sword? Wemit. Interesting that it's using the cubuses. Because if you remember from our time in Amarot, down in the city,
I will not hold back.
we learned about cubuses as being part of the kind of learning process for creating mass and energy using concepts. Well fought, hero. The trial is complete. The way is open, and thus I concede defeat. I'm assuming that that model is going to be used again. I've just received a text message. A reminder that services may be interrupted tomorrow while they work on the web. Yeah, it's my ISP. This is why I want to get stuff recorded today, because I'm not guaranteed to do it to be able to do it tomorrow. We're back!
'Twould seem the magics have returned us.
How polite.
How polite. Now, what have we learned?
Ah, we were bound to run into a living statue eventually. And now we can open the door.
Mother Stola. Blunk.
He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber.
Who is the hero? Ah, so this is the mural that we have seen. So this is the hero of the V?
A tomb, just as I thought.
Hero of the Ronkins?
Befitting a hero.
She is Viis.
Viis.
Could it be the Archmage's Qitana?
Tuna? I like tuna.
A legendary hero of Ronka, as you surmised. The tales tell of how she smote entire armies with a single incantation, so potent was her spellcraft. Though she ever fought in the name of
So
peace.
maybe these are not meteors from the Calamity.
I thought them no more than tales.
She sounds a lot like
I think
Shantoto.
she really existed.
Well, I for one always believed.
Of course she did. Stella, what do you see?
By the light of fallen stars, great power awakens.
That's-
Qitana was not only a master of spellcraft. It is said
She had the
could see
echo.
truths long lost and hear the voices of men's hearts.
So the stars that she was seeing is Heidelind's gift when we get the echo, the same thing that we got. So she was one of the Warriors of Light.
Naught less than the echo. In which case, none of this is mere coincidence.
And Oh,
A shower of
I was
stars
expecting.
setting the sky aflame. And in both this world and the Source, we find individuals within whom a mysterious power awakened at the sight.
So it is something to do with the Sun Drink. It's something to do with a connection to the Amortines.
We can never unpick the why of it. Now, however,
So
I
we're
believe we
seeing the
might.
destruction, Heidelin's last gasp, if you like.
Does the scene depicted here not resemble the one we saw when we first ventured into the Qitana Ravel? Moreover, does it not recall that which Selk invited us to witness in Amarant?
So they're being very specific that this is what it is. Because we've long suspected. Yeah. Destruction of the city.
The final days. If, as the Exarch's research suggests, soul and mind share a fragile yet profound bond, might it not be possible for an event to leave such a deep imprint upon the soul that it could be perceived eons later, given a suitable trigger?
So the souls of people blessed with the Echo are stronger parts, stronger fragments of the souls of the fragmented Amortines.
The Echo defies explanation by conventional etherological theory, or shall we say modern etherological theory. But if it is a power that once belonged to the ancients, to souls yet undivided... It would seem I have entered the realm of pure speculation, and I call myself a scholar.
But that's the fun bits.
I shall refrain from making any further
No!
wild claims until such time as I have evidence.
Evidence. Who listens to experts anyway? It's 2020. I'm being very facetious there.
Still,
As
I
a
cannot
teacher.
choose but be reminded of our experience in Amarant.
Yeah. And you must recall Selk's dying request. I'm never forgetting that. Remember
us.
Remember that we once lived.
History is learned, not lived.
True.
We have always protected the tales of Ronka, just as we have protected this
But we
place.
get to live it.
But we are mindful of what our mothers
Kind
taught
of.
us. We see the past through our own eyes, and speak of it with our own words. Thus do we come to understand it in our own way. But this is not the same as remembering.
Yeah. And that's what the Echo allows us to do. It gives us the emotional connections and resonances that just learning about history doesn't do. I've covered a lot of history lessons in my time as a teacher. And it's always really fascinating to see kids, students, come to grips with big events in history or small events in history. And you can talk about history with as much passion as you want. But unless you've been there, unless you lived through it, you can never speak of it with a true, complete understanding and a complete empathy for the things that were going on. I mean, I taught a lesson the other day on Battle of the Somme, trenches in the First World War, and the ridiculous loss of life that the British endured in the first day through poor management. And it's like the students were rapt. I was really interested as well because I'd not seen this video before, and I count myself as a reasonably empathetic person, so I could understand. I could imagine what the plight of these people, especially in the second push, as they were, as the first push failed miserably. But there's a difference between being able to imagine and being able to remember. And that's what it's getting at here, this idea that, history is written by the victors, which is something that Emmett Selk has as well said towards his end. But also, you can talk about history as much as you want, but you have to have lived through it to really understand it.
Your mothers were wise.
Which is why the Echo is, in essence, a gift. That's why it's a gift of Hydaelyn.
Though we witnessed the final days, our impressions cannot fail to be coloured by our own experiences and expectations.
Yeah, because we weren't...
Those who lived through it would have perceived the event quite differently.
I mean, we were in danger, realistically, because we could have failed that phantasm. That was kind of Emmett Selk's penultimate test, wasn't it? But we have no experience of the times leading up to that. We don't know what caused this calamity in the first place. We've got, we've heard about the keening noise from beneath the earth, but we still don't know exactly what it is or what it was. Some people have speculated that it was Zodiac before its summoning. Some people have suggested that it's a reference to things from other games that I've forgotten about, forgotten the specifics of now. There's a lot of things that we still don't know about what happened, what sparked this end of days. And we might not ever find out.
We must bear in mind that it is no simple matter to keep the truth alive, or it will die with Emmett Selk and his kin.
We've only got Elidibus left.
But we have disturbed Tuna long enough. Fanau will serve similarly well as a venue for our contemplations.
What have we actually learned, though? Apart from the fact that there were people on the first with the Echo, but we already knew that because Actually, did Ardbert and Co? I know they were chosen and they had crystals of lights. But did they have the Echo as well? Because, of course, we have both. We learned nothing of the Ascians, but the potential link between the Echo and the preternatural star showers is intriguing. So, that's been confirmed, I suppose. That's something that we've suspected for a long time. But confirmation of a sort? Tuna's the reason I took up spellcraft, Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine her tomb would be found, let alone that we would be the ones to have the honour to do so. I sorely underestimated the defence of these ruins. Perhaps Simmet was right to urge caution. By your pensive expression, I take it the tomb has given you much to think about. Yeah, and I have espoused my thoughts in the last however long I was talking for that. I do, as you've noticed, get carried away. But I'm a storyteller. I love speculation. I'm a little bit unlike Ishtola in that regard. I take it the tomb has given you much to think about. That is well. In time, the knowledge you have gleaned will lead to understanding, and thus arm you for what is to come. Before you leave, however, I would speak again of the teachings of our forebears, of histories learned, not lived. The legend of Tuna and her exploits has been told countless times over the centuries. Yet as it is handed from one generation to the next, the story changes. Just like, and again, this is a good story parallel between what we've just been talking about with Ardbert and the Warriors of Light, and how their story has changed and bits of it have been forgotten until they've been vilified at the end. Nice parallel narrative, or motif in this case. With each telling of the tale, there are new flourishes, details changed or lost. We can never truly know how she lived, for we were not there to see it. But we are here now to bear witness to your life. We have seen the change you have wrought, the echoes that will endure long after you are gone. And though it too will change in time, I swear to you, we shall do our best to preserve your story. I hope you'll forgive me if I don't make an oath of my own, but I think it goes without saying we could never misspeak of your heroism. Perish the thought. So long as we are here, there are none amongst the Viis who will not know of all you have done for Northrend. I'm wondering if we will go through that vilification process. Because that would be interesting, wouldn't it? If we live long enough to become the villain, like Ardbert and Co did. We are not deserving of such reverence, but we are grateful all the same. You can be certain we will have our own tales to tell of the great guardians of Rak'tika and the ruins of Ronka. I pray you safe travels then. As ever, we shall await your return with open arms. Serve the truth. Perhaps we should create a new mural in your honour. I think that's an excellent idea. Stola! Oh, actually, before we go on, I've just realised that we're already 40 minutes into this video, so I'm going to actually leave that one there, and we will continue onwards, meeting with an old friend, whomever that might be, next time. Lots of story in that episode. And that's what I like, obviously, about this game. It is story heavy, it's story focused. It's not very MMO-esque, really. And yes, some nice parallels being set up between Ardbert and us and the past. And I guess that's going to tie into the scenes that we saw from the trailer as well, with Xenos in Amarot. Is this him experiencing the fall of the ancient capital in the similar way to what we did? Is the echo, the false echo, the fake echo that he has created, is that going to mess with him in some way, shape or form? Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. I have a lot of questions and a lot of thoughts. I think I've gone over most of them. But next time, we shall see. I do like that outfit. Next time, we shall see what happens in the next step of our journey. Until then, folks, thank you very much for watching the Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers narrative experience. I've been Demajen. Until the next one, ta-ta. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.